Hello, hello, hello. It's time to go over all of the little things from Disney, all of the small things from Disney, all of the papery things and the little tiny things from Disney. Alright. I didn't feel like putting on face cam today because basically as soon as we got back, my face decided to turn itself into a pizza and I can't be bothered. So, here we are. Oh no, things are falling already. We just got here. What the hell? Anyway, we're gonna start with this Oogie Boogie bag. This Oogie Boogie bag is from Disney Springs. It used to contain chocolate toffee bark. Used to. It's gone now. I eated it. Anywho, I'm gonna probably just use this bag to toss all of the random little things into, cause it's about the correct size. I figured I would give y'all a closer look at these because I did go over them in the main video, but I figured going over them a little bit closer would be a good idea. This is the pomegranate pop, which I'm just gonna assume is gonna be my favorite one. I also figured I would go over them because I didn't bother opening them from their container last time or from their fancy box last time. So, Sarah has Mystic Mint, which I assume is going to be my least favorite one, as it is the most basic. Uh, this one is Cauldron Citrus Charm, which I assume I'm also going to enjoy because I love citrus. This is Winnie's Pucker Up Peach. I do like peach, so I assume I'm probably gonna like that one. This is Vanilla Broomstick, which I assume is going to be my other least favorite one because I'm not a vanilla person. And this is Binks's Berry Blast, which I love berry flavors, so I'm gonna assume that I'm also going to quite like this one. Honestly, I mostly got it for the pomegranate and the citrus, and a little bit for the peach. And I'm like 3 out of 6 of these I'm going to thoroughly enjoy, and the rest I'm going to not dislike. So there's that. Anywho, let's go over the next larger of the small things. This is old and was not gotten on our trip. This is actually my husband's old penny thingy that he got as a child. So all of these ones are the ones that he got as a child. I'll probably put photos up later because you can't really see them very well in this lighting. But all of these are the ones that he had previously, except for this last bottom one, which I put next to its older equivalent, because he had an old Dory and we got a new Dory. And then all of these are the new ones that we got. And again, I'll probably put close-up pictures because there's not really a good way to do this because the lighting in my house apartment kind of sucks. And they're bright, shiny pennies, which means you cannot see them. So photos of those will go here. Here adjacent. Got it? Alright, cool. Thing number 3. We finally completed our Wilderness Explorer book. So, last time we only went through Africa. We didn't have time to go through Asia because we had multiple dining reservations and such. This time we explicitly made no dining reservations except for after the thing, which means we finally got to become senior wilderness explorers because we finally got to collect the rest of the stickies. The only one that we are missing, sadly, because we have an old book, because this is the one that we had from 2 years ago. So the only one that we could not get is the dinosaur badge. Hilariously, we did get the fossil badge last time we were there, but we didn't get a chance to get the dinosaur badge. So, That's the only one that we are missing. Yes. I'm still trying to decide if I want to use this or not. It is very slightly damaged on account of it decided to downpour on our last trip 2 years ago, and so it got a little bit wet. But for the most part, it stayed pretty dang good. They're also nice, and they gave us extra of the stickers. So it seems like every person gets 4 stickers total, because you get 1 to wear that day. Note to y'all, it does not like sticking to jersey material, because that was the day that we wore our Stitch and Angel jerseys from Box Lunch, and it would not stay. It would not stay on mine. I don't know how it stayed on his, but it would not stay on mine. To the point that it just fell off randomly by the end of the. It just fell off. It kept falling off to the point that I just gave up like an hour or 2 later. But they do give you 3 extras to keep to place wherever. Obviously, I put one of mine on the front of my book so that I would remember. Honestly, I thought that they would give you like an actual pin that looked like this. You know, because pins are not expensive. They could have literally just even made it one of them cheap round pins and just put this design in the middle of it, honestly. That I feel like would have been a better prize. But still, we accomplished the thing. We did the goal. We also, finally, this year we went to see Jack and Sally. Last year we couldn't get in because, well, I'm gonna be honest, it's mostly because of me. I decided to go a little bit overboard on the, on the makeup for Halloween. This year, it was more humid somehow than it was September of the 2 years ago when we went. So the makeup simply did not want to stay. To the point that I barely had lips on by the time we actually got to see them. But it was like we managed to get there with only like a 30-minute line, a 30 to 45-minute line. Usually it's like 2-3 hours. But we did a smart thing, and I recommend you guys do this too if you're able to. We took our costumes with us, and we literally just changed into our costumes in the bathrooms that are basically directly across the street from where they do their meetup. They did give us 2 of these. So yeah. That is how we did the thing. Also, it comes with a Mickey signature too. Just in case. The Mickey and Minnie one goes by really, really fast, but Jack and Sally always take forever. I would recommend getting in like before the actual event starts, because that is going to be your easiest way to actually get in. Obviously, we have our Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party doodly-doo with the full, like, here is all of the bits and pieces and things which you can get. Here is a map that shows you the meetings and everything. I'm honestly not going to go through this in its entirety, but it does tell you where all of the snackies are. All of the merchandise can be found, all of the exclusive merchandise, all of the specialty food. Honestly, I recommend, because it starts so early in the year, if you're going at a later date, like, just look up the reviews on YouTube before you go. Listen to what people have to say about what you're getting, and go from there. Because honestly, that's going to be easier. We went to Animal Kingdom, which means we did the thing where we also finally got to go to Rafiki's Planet Watch, because we didn't do that last time, because again, we had a bunch of reservations to keep. This is the boys' art, the Hub and Art. We got in for Dante, which is fun. This one is how mine turned out. You can tell which of us is like generally an artist, but honestly, he didn't too. He did fairly well. It is very cute. His is very cute. Uh, Dante is also very cute. I'm going to be honest. They also do it in a way that is extremely easy to follow. Like they do very specifically have their instructors telling you how to do everything step by step, and they have it visually on the thing, so it is very easy to keep up with. But I am still proud of him. He did very well. For someone who doesn't do art, he did very well. Obviously, I have our Halloween bands. This year, they made these things impossible to get off. Last year, I was able to get these off without ruining the ribbons, or at least for mine. This year, they made them impossible to come out, and I don't like it because now my ribbons are broken. I like keeping these ribbons because then I can tie them to the stuffed animals that I get, because that's what I did with last year's. But they made it so impossible to get it out of these stupid black things. And like I understand that's to keep like the children from picking at them and pulling them off or whatever. But there has got to be a better way to do that than making this so difficult to do that you can't save the ribbon easily. That was infuriating. I didn't like that. Also, random Stitch sticker that we found on the ground. We didn't get many autographs this year, like I said last time. We happened to run into Mary Poppins while we were in Hollywood Studios. She was very nice. She had Polly with her. I asked her where she got it. She said she walked into a store and just kind of picked it up, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I just want that parasol very badly. I love parasols. We found Pinocchio in a very similar fashion because they were actually meeting basically directly across from each other. So Mary Poppins also would occasionally switch out with Bert and one of the penguins, and Pinocchio would switch out with Jiminy. Pinocchio and Jiminy were out significantly less though because they have full body costumes and it's hot. And then the rest of them are the Winnie the Pooh ones. I got them the same way I did last year. They happened to be. We went to Crystal Palace for breakfast. They do the thing, and then we started keeping count of all of the friends that we found as we were doing things. So here's that. That's not information that you really need, but it's here and it exists. So here we are. I'm just gonna put Stitch here. That feels correct. Yeah. Also, last time when we went, the only autograph books they had dates on them. I'm glad this one doesn't because it means that we can keep using this same one next time too. Because the one we had from last year we got two just in case, or well, not last year, 2023 I think. Yeah, because it was 2 years ago. I keep saying last year. What I mean is last time. So just assume anytime I say last year, what I mean is last time. They only had ones that had the date on it. We could not find any that didn't have the date on it. We looked. And last time we got two of them. Just in case we needed it. And honestly, we did almost need it. We only had like 2 autograph pages left that didn't have signatures on it. But also this time we focused less on autograph signatures because we were like, I was focusing more on getting ones that I didn't already have, which I feel like is fair because they literally train all of them very specifically to give you the same signature every single time. Anyway, moving on from that weird tangent that my brain decided to have. The food and wine passport looks very, very similar to last year's. Again, I'm not going to go over all of these. I'm going to give you the same uh idea that I gave you for the Halloween one, which is just do research beforehand on what all of them have. And that way you don't have to worry about it. I had to get something from Dinosaur before they stop existing. But I love Monsters Inc. This was a very cute pen, and it's covered in kittens. And obviously, I had to get the very cute pen covered in kittens. Obviously, this is from Epcot because it's a very cute pen covered in kittens. Where else would it be from? To be honest, I did not like that spiral cute tag. It does not match, so I deleted it. Not Disney technically, but did come from Disney, so I'm counting it. I am not a huge pin collector. I know, sacrilege. But I had to get some of my favorites. So here are those. Yeah. None of that should be a surprise to anyone. Also, a pin I just randomly found on the ground that I grabbed. It was just in a flower bed. I actually noticed it because a lizard ran past it. Because of course it did. So, here's that. Hercules. Which, obviously, I love Hercules too, so that's here now. And then the last things also have nothing to do with Disney, but should be a surprise to literally no one. Because I like shiny things. And for some reason, there's a strangely large amount of gift shops in Disney still. Mostly in Epcot, honestly. That still have those big buckets of rocks that you can grab rocks from. So I did. Anywho, that concludes all of the little things. Uh, yeah. Toodaloo.